This is not a video from a concert, but a fashion show where hundreds of fans gathered hoping to see their favorite K-pop idol for just a few seconds before they walk into the show. It's the end of Fashion Month, and this season more than ever, K-pop idols have dominated the discussions around fashion weeks, drawing in wider audiences both in person and online to what was once an exclusive industry-only event. Celebrities populating the front row at fashion weeks is nothing new, but in the past few years, K-pop idols seem to have taken over luxury fashion brands as ambassadors and show attendees. Last season, ENHYPEN's appearance at Prada during Milan Fashion Week generated more digital attention and media impact value of $7 million than 90% of other shows, surpassing even Kim Kardashian's media impact value of $4.6 million, which involved curating an 85-piece collection as opposed to just wearing the clothes. So why is this? The word idol is intentional, as artists are positioned to not only be idolized, but also create a strong sense of community for their fans. And one of the reasons for K-pop's increasing rise in popularity in recent years is the online presence of its ever-growing fandom. Fans are getting the word out about them through subtitling videos, making memes and edits, and engaging in discussions about a group's activity or members. This user-generated content is extremely valuable for luxury fashion brands, which are struggling to engage people in an oversaturated online space, despite pouring a lot of money into creating podcasts, videos, and social content. By working with K-pop idols, they not only get access to the idol's image and fan base, but are able to unlock an almost infinite base of content generated by fans. All they need to do is place the idol in a certain situation, and it's as if the content just creates itself. For example, this video of San, a member of ATEEZ, where he mistakenly introduced himself at the Dolce&Gabanna show, has become a meme within the fandom and been reshared, reposted, and edited thousands of times, all with the brand in the backdrop. On top of that, fans made edits of him arriving at the show and after party, interacting with other creators, and highlights of bodyguards being shocked at the number of fans coming to see him. We saw the same type of content with ENHYPEN at Milan Fashion Week or Jennie of Blackpink at the Chanel show in Paris. These events also provide an opportunity for idols to interact with other celebrities, something that fans always have a soft spot for. Jay from ENHYPEN talking to Charli D'Amelio at the Prada after party, or Jennie talking to Margaret Qualley about her blonde wig at Chanel. These casual user-generated videos keep the brand in the loop without making it seem like obvious advertising, and in a way makes the brand more humane and approachable despite their highly unapproachable price point. This brings me to the next point, that is, dedication of fans to actually spend money on things their idols endorse. You might think that with a predominantly young fan base that these brand ambassadorships might not materialize into actual sales. But showing support through spending is central to K-pop fandoms. From photo cards and light sticks to fan calls and concert send-offs, fans have confirmed their willingness to save and spend money when it comes to their favorite artists, and this translates to the brands they are working with. They also help frame a brand as aspirational for those that might not be able to afford them yet. While in the beginning it might be related to supporting their favorite artist, continuously seeing the brand as something to work towards will frame it as something worth spending money on, regardless of its relation with the idol or not. So now, moving away from the impact of fans and fandom on the K-pop fashion takeover, we also have to talk about the unique aesthetic of this field. One of the distinctive elements of K-pop is the carefully constructed and cohesive aesthetic of each group. With every comeback, members often come out with completely new aesthetics, including new haircuts and hair colors, as well as clothing and piercing, which they keep up for the duration of the promotions. In time, this gives them a unique ability to easily mold themselves to various aesthetics. And brands can use this in two main ways. They can tap into whatever aesthetic an idol has at any given moment and work with them and their team to enhance it to their brands. But most importantly, they can create a whole new look and aesthetic, giving the idol the ability to experiment outside of their main look. In an interview with GQ from 2023, Kim Wook, the head of visual and fashion from SM, one of the top entertainment agencies in Korea, highlighted this two-way relationship. As a K-pop artist, there is a difference between the visuals shown in their album and the visuals shown at fashion shows with brands. Thus, attending fashion weeks gives you the opportunity to show new visuals. In other words, it creates new creative avenues that the artist, together with the brand, can explore, making content that the artist might otherwise not have. Additionally, compared to other Western celebrities, K-pop idols have maintained an unreachable and untouchable aura around them, which aligns with the luxurious image many of these brands are trying to portray, but also allows them to be a blank canvas for the brands to work with. So if K-pop idols have this ability to mold themselves to brands and aesthetics, how do you determine which collaborations are a good fit? And does it matter? In a piece for Nylon magazine, a K-pop fan said about this topic that what makes a K-pop idol an ideal ambassador is their passion and dedication to represent the brand and its core identity, with no need for singers to show loyalty before getting signed. This might seem counterintuitive, as a lot of times brands try to contract people that would already be a good fit, but uniquely when it comes to K-pop idols, that is not the case, and it's worked just as great for them. Just look at Hyunjin from Stray Kids and Versace. He was only spotted wearing the brand a few times in the months prior to his announcement as ambassador in July 2023, but has already become a seamless fit for the brand. Both Donatella Versace and his fans named him the Prince of Versace, and his appearance at the brand's Spring-Summer 2025 show in Milan a few weeks ago was some of the most widely shared content online. Some fans even highlighted his uncanny resemblance to the Versace logo to further support his perfect fit for the brand. Before moving on, it's also worth noting that besides K-pop, brands have also started to embrace a great number of artists from other countries with huge influence and spending power, including Thai actors that's seen at Loewe and Louis Vuitton, as well as Chinese singers and actors. For example, Kun and Zhao Lusi at the Versace show, where videos of the actress with her two dogs have been shared thousands of times on both Western and Chinese social media. Despite generating entertaining content, it's important to remember that ultimately, these partnerships are business transactions, which sometimes might have less desirable effects. One common complaint is the exclusivity of these contracts. In the same piece for Nylon magazine, another K-pop fan says that ambassadorships create limitations for idols and puts them in box creatively, essentially creating the idols into a human advertisement, which is being dressed and styled in a way that fits the brand's image, thus not allowing their personality to actually shine through. This was a common complaint with Jennie and Chanel, as fans felt a lot of her red carpet and event looks were not styled with her in mind, and a lot of times she looked more awkward or uncomfortable than times where she would dress herself. Then there is also the perception of those working in fashion. While the industry is known for embracing hype, hundreds of people showing up at fashion shows to see their favorite idols changes the experience of other attendees. Journalists and photographers have actually complained about not being able to do their job, as they feel that they simply cannot compete with the amount of people that are trying to interact with these idols as well. In the end, I think the relationship between K-pop and fashion is allowing or sometimes forcing brands to think of new and creative ways to engage with their brand ambassadors and potential customers, and will only continue to grow for the foreseeable future.